Episode 55 of the Ghouls.
Yes, we have Charlie Gibson here, a great man. Look at him go. Charlie hosts the Brownies open mic every week, Tuesdays at Brownies in Old City. It's close quarters comedy.
And
That
recent edition of Matt DiNardo.
Oh yeah, I love Matt DiNardo. He's one of those guys. When I see him out, it's like he's always goofy. He's like, "Yo, Otis, what's up?" And it's like I was with him Sunday after the goddamn Fergie's. We went out. Nardo and Tom Brennan and we went to the karaoke place.
I feel like all it's missing is one of them dusts. I'm way higher than the couch here, you know. I feel, you know.
Oh yeah.
We had some heavy hitters sitting in that chair.
Racism needs to end.
You're damn right.
You're leading the charge in that regard.
Yeah, I'm as accepting as anyone. We've had diverse guests on this show. We had two Indians last week, one of the good ones and one of the bad ones, and I won't say which Indian is which.
Spoiler, they're both bad.
Yeah, what's the seating arrangement for that?
Blackhead sat over here, and then Anant sat
Me, Anant, Otis.
Okay.
It's rare when we have, well, not rare. I guess it is rare when we have four. We've had those two. We've had Tane Combs, we've had Paul and Holly, and
that's it.
Yeah, I guess that's it.
Yeah.
We'll have to get one more four in here before the end. We didn't want to have you and your brother on together, obviously. That's the cliche.
All the chums do that.
I know. Well, that's the thing. It's like I was saying before, I didn't want to ask Campbell to come on. I already drip beer on myself. Like, because I didn't know if his job, it was one of those things where, could you imagine? This is the one that Campbell's job people are going to say. Is this bad to talk? No, I was saying I was just nervous because in the world, you got to be nervous, like, about everything with that. But then he said he said he's good to go and he'll come on. And then I had asked you, and then I thought, well, I can't ask him the next week because that's what everybody would do. Oh yeah, if Luke's brother is no choir boy, if you can believe something so silly.
No, he's not. No, he's
Oh,
not.
my God.
Wait, so when he was 14, he was having sex with his teacher?
No, that was a news report he saw on social media.
Alright.
He's not that cool.
No. He's having sex with 14-year-olds now.
Okay.
We'll cut that.
Yes, we will.
Well, oh God. Well, Chuck's here. One of the first things, big news week, I wanted to address. Saquon Barkley, Philadelphia Eagle. I never thought I would like anything any Eagle did because, as you all know, that I don't root for the Eagles to lose. I root for the team playing to go down before every game. Only once the first
safely onto the tarmac.
No, I want deaths.
Oh.
Yeah, it's just in my Arab nature, and they. Only once the game begins and the kickoff has happened, I root for them to lose because I just hope the game is thrown out because the whole team died. I'm kidding. But Saquon Barkley and the Eagles at the White House. I remember there was a fake story going around before after the Super Bowl where it was like Eagles will refuse to go to White House, and then all the fucking people in my like Instagram feed or wherever the fuck were like,
our Instagram feed. We all follow the same people.
Yeah.
We see the same accounts.
Well, for me, it was more so, oh my God, the people at my job, brutal, going on about this. This is like them winning a second time. And it's like, well, there's Saquon with the fucking president, you fuck.
Do you remember, I'm going to blank on who it was now, some star like more than 10 years ago didn't go to the Super Bowl because he was like, well, they wouldn't have had us if we lost. It's like,
oh, the White House? Who was it?
Yeah. Of course they were talking about
Yeah.
They're not having me.
You know when you bomb and your friends carry off on your shoulders? On their shoulder? That'd be fun to do to somebody one day. We did that to somebody, they'd probably never talk to us again.
I remember I saw a video of somebody throwing a Saquon Barkley jersey into the trash. It's like, you know where that went? Right, the lid opened right back up, and they grabbed that jersey out of the trash.
Oh, absolutely.
Put it in their closet.
Yep. Yeah, anybody, like, first of all, who gives a fuck who any of these people vote for? I don't give a goddamn if Saquon Barkley votes for, like, who cares? Is your life that affected by it? I don't like the Eagles, obviously, but
I like that he was with Trump, though. He didn't scare away from being seen with Trump.
Yeah, well, that's civility. I guess it shows maturity to do that. The idea that my guy lost, so now it's evil. Democracy's dead because my person didn't win.
Right.
Get fucked. What's worse for the world is scumbag organization like the Eagles win and enabling those dickbag fans pieces of shit.
Well, aren't you an Eagles fan, Chuck?
He's not passionate.
Yeah.
He doesn't. You think Chuck lives and dies with A.J. Brown what he does on a 3rd and 7? The fuck, man.
I like that book you're reading, AJ. Very good. A good read. What the funniest thing you ever said to me, Charlie, is at one time, it's actually the mic I got deemed a member of the team at Raven Lounge. Okay. And you came later that day. And I was there, and I was like,
team, puppy.
And I said, Charles, they made me a leader, and they made me a part of the team on Raven Lounge. He goes, oh, yeah, you're nice. I'm like, I was like, Chuck, I'd rather join the clan. You're like, oh, we'd love to have you. I was like, that's so funny. That was fucking hilarious. I don't think anybody on that Raven Lounge team still was doing the hosting the shows at all,
You know,
besides
I
Paige.
honestly can't remember if I was part of the team or not because I never did it for more than I think I was part of the open mic team for like a week or two, and then
Wow. I don't think I've ever gone up there.
It's
Well, no,
okay.
actually, they've
He's
taken
gone
care.
up there.
No, I mean, I was gonna say I don't think I've gone up there before one, like as with the joke, but they've
Oh.
actually taken care of me a decent amount. Grant Cook's a good guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a good dude. I like Grant and Paige. Paige still does it too, but I
Which
don't.
has the most thankless fucking job, man. I would not want to do that.
No, either. But I did it for a month, and I was like, I can't do it anymore. It's brutal. I can't do it.
Who else is there? Bryce. I like Bryce a lot. Bryce is a
Dude,
nice guy.
Paige has the right attitude for it. I remember, I might have told you this already. I don't know, but I was at Raven Lounge and some guy had come up to him and clearly had just asked where he was. So I was just walking by and heard Paige go, "Literally, I've never seen you before in my whole fucking life." And that's, he was just like, "You're going late."
Yeah.
Just telling him straight up.
Oh my god, dude, I hate that's whenever I host anything, I always just go in order because I don't want the stress of it. I'll put like if you know what I mean, if somebody messages me and it's like, all right, I'll put them on, but it's like it just stresses me the fuck out, dude.
I think if you sign up in the first 5, the first 5 should go in order.
That's fair.
If you sign up first, I think you should go first because that's like,
Yeah.
that's dedication. But
Yeah, and there's a difference between signing up first and going 15th, and sign up first and going fucking 40th.
Yeah.
We should start a mic, Luke. You want the stress of it?
No, absolutely not.
Why not?
Set it
No.
up right by the door. To right in here.
There
who's
should
in here?
be a mic in Norristown.
Yeah, I'm not running the mic anymore. I'm never doing that again.
Wait,
Yeah,
No.
oh, you
I used to
talking
do Great American Pub in Phoenixville.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I mean, I would host for anytime the regular host couldn't show up,
Huh.
and it was horrible.
Who was the regular host?
Cisco Hernandez.
No.
Never heard of him. No, shocked. I hosted his
That's
mic.
like Luke's comedy father,
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Really, he really is.
Cisco. Yeah.
This is just like my actual dad. Even though I want him more out of my life than my real dad. But like, he would be like, I would host. Guess how many times he's booked me on a show since I've hosted that mic for him?
None.
Zilch. But you get random people asking you like, "Hey, could you sign me up?" It's like I never talked to you a day in my life.
God, there are so many guys that ask me, guys I don't talk to, and they know that when I'm hosting 13, which I make sure to only do that for the big theme nights because I hope then that nobody will bother me with it. They'll think which Chuck did he was on the Jesus show, he played Pontius Pilate.
Otis saved the day, but hey, Jesus was found guilty, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
I was put away.
Yeah.
So
Justice be done. Huh?
I know. I wonder what's going to happen to him. I wonder what's going to happen to the Lord of Jesus. We've got to top it next year. I think that was a really good show. And were you there?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. High Mind was.
If I didn't go, you guilt me about it for.
You wouldn't feel bad if you missed Jesus.
I would have felt bad, but you would have made it worse and maybe not want to go.
I wouldn't have guilted you that much.
Mm-hmm.
Wouldn't that be funny if Jesus came back to life right after he died and he was still on the cross? He's like, "Ow!"
Whoa, that was.
I always thought this is and I'm a God fearing man, but this is kind of messed up.
No,
thought to
you
have.
aren't.
I am.
There's no God.
Yes, there is. Yes, there is. I believe there is.
Luke knows. All right.
Yeah, you
Okay,
do.
Luke.
And you do.
I think there's I mean, look at Africa, Luke. Go to Africa and tell the little starving kids with vultures around them that there's a God. What lesson could the world
Book
learn
me a
that
flight. I'll go.
you wouldn't go on the flight? You wouldn't be scared your God would let you die.
Yep.
I'm sorry.
Book me a flight. Book me a flight. I'll go tell them that God's real. And the vultures will fly
And
away.
you know what they'll say to that? There's no God. But go on. He's a God-fearing man.
I'm a God-fearing man, but I always thought it was Joseph the first person to be the chosen person to be with Mary, or is she like the second or third?
She probably
choice?
dated around that fucking skank.
Mary.
Yeah.
No.
She's a whore.
No, but I'm saying like, was there some pervert guy that was like super like way too into dating a 13-year-old that was
Yeah, a guy named Gabe. She said he was an angel.
the archangel?
Yeah.
Yeah, it does seem like if Joseph was a spare, like why not just get a unmarried virgin? You know?
Yeah.
Yeah, true.
Joseph's the type that would have been subscribed to 8 OnlyFans accounts, sending him money, talking to fucking Ryan Rins was talking. He did that bit once about how he worked an OnlyFans thing for a woman. He did the typing, and I'm thinking, could you imagine? Like, I don't know how it works on the thing, but you could pay more. I know I'm not going to say his name, but I know a guy who has like 6 or 7 OnlyFans subscription. Luke knows who he is.
I don't know.
He's a serial gooner.
Oh,
And-
wow.
You don't know him. I'll tell you about it after. I'm not saying it on here. But he'll be telling me that they'll send him.
Discretion's the name of the game.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
like,
Of course, of
And
course,
this
of
guy
course.
is sick. This guy is a fucking psychopath with what he's.
How much is a month did you spend on this?
He doesn't say that. I don't ask him. I these whores get rich from it though, so that there must be. It's got to be something like whatever
Yeah,
a Netflix
it's-
subscription
that's
is
bad.
these days.
That's bad.
But he said they'll send you a thing. It's like so and so sent you a personal message, view for $1 figure, and it's like, could you imagine Ryan Rins typed you this message and you're paying fucking whatever they charge to
know.
open it?
I know.
Like,
And
oh
the
my
message- and the
god!
message says, "Dear Diary."
Yeah, yeah.
I
I
did an OnlyFans once, but I didn't like. I paid like a trial, like 5 cents for it.
5 cents.
Yes,
Who was it? Did you know the person?
just somebody I saw on Instagram and thought she was attractive, and it was just pictures, and I immediately I immediately did not fucking deleted
Yeah.
my account because it was ridiculous. That was like, it's such a waste of money. I don't.
Yeah. Well, someone who's resorted to something like that, dear God, it's it's over. No, it is a waste of money.
It's a
I
complete
don't mean
waste
for
of money.
you. I just mean for the people who do it.
No, I agree.
Yeah, once you go to that, people could always find that. I would always be scared that people could find it. Like
I'm not
Jake.
worried about people that could find it, but I'm worried that people that could like.
No, not that you subscribe, that you did it. If you're one of the people that make them.
Oh, that make it. Oh,
Yeah,
that's
who
why
would
it's
care
even
if you
worse.
subscribe to one?
Oh, okay, that's why I was confused. but
No,
you
no,
said-
no. I meant like I should have clarified, but I meant the people who do that. It's like, that's going to come up. Like with your brother. Like if he had Jake's balloons, which he pitched that to us once, he said it's not going to be anything weird. It's going to be him. He's going to be wearing boxers in a room. Was he going to be oiled up?
No, he didn't say.
He didn't say oiled up.
No.
All right. Well, I feel like that'd be weird with the static then.
Pass me one of them bastards.
Oh yeah,
Oh, yeah,
throw
yeah.
me one in here. Here. Actually, let's move. We'll move one of them.
Yeah,
Over.
closer to
Yeah.
grab a
Yo, Crabberoo, I like that.
Cheers, man.
Oh, there we go. Perfect. I what do you call it? Fucking Jesus. What the fuck was I talking about? Brain damaged.
I forget.
I lost it. All right, go on.
Well, Saquon was
Oh,
worse.
This is prime CNN Showtime here. This is Larry King. Saquon, he came out there, he smiled with them, and now everybody just has to fucking deal with it. That's what I like in the world, and I didn't vote in this election, but like I like when people just have to fucking deal.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. If it hurts and AJ Brown and Devontae Smith didn't come,
None of them went.
Those
Pussies.
three didn't go.
Pussies.
I wish Hurts went.
Did
That would be
Brandon
awesome.
Graham go?
No, but he's retired though.
Yeah.
Who cares?
He's the one which I used to love him in college because I root for Michigan in college, and I had to do a really hard 180 on him once he got on the Eagles, and now I have to hate him the rest of his fucking life. I was telling people before that game, I hope he can't play. I hope he's hurt. In fact, I hope his arm falls off. I put a curse on Wentz. That's why he's doing. This was before I knew you, so it wasn't despite you. But when he was on the Eagles.
What was your curse?
What
You
do you-
don't believe in God, but you believe in curses.
No, but I believe in Arab juju.
Typical Arab atheist.
And there aren't a lot of
power behind the juju come from.
There is none, but I wished evil on Wentz and it happened to him, and I'm glad it happened to him. And it wished evil on Foles. Foles, Peterson, and Wentz all went to shit. Their lives, like their football lives, and
Not really. They're all millionaires.
right. But their reputations in football aren't what they were. Like Wentz's especially. But when he broke his back on the Eagles, I was saying to people, like, I really hope he can't walk again. I hope he can't play frisbee with his kids in the yard.
Back?
Yeah, when he's on the Eagles,
Jesus Christ.
they rushed him back from
torn or Achilles, right, or ACL.
They rushed him back from injury too quick.
He should be fucking on a team somewhere, but he's not.
Do you follow all the major sports?
No, I just follow football, and then I watch football, and then it's over. Then I watch wrestling.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I watch
wrestle?
wrestling. Yeah, what's that?
You wrestle?
No,
No,
we mean professional.
Fake wrestling.
Oh,
Fake
yeah.
wrestling. I watch WWE from.
That shit's real.
To me, it's real, and I watched that from after the Super Bowl until before the start of
You
the.
do not watch WWE. Whenever I try to get you to watch Raw, you
I
never
love how
watch
that
Raw.
was the second sport.
That's my second sport. I watched Raw yesterday.
Did you?
Yeah,
You're a liar.
I watched till the women came on, and I turned it off.
That's fair. That's fair. I
Excuse
haven't been
me?
watching either.
Are you a WWE guy at all?
No.
Did you ever watch it at all?
No, I watched that one movie. The
Wrestler?
yeah.
That's a
Yeah.
depressing
It
movie.
was so sad. Yeah, I was like,
So
why am I
no
watching
different
this?
than open mic or low level stand up comics. No different.
Disney, that's the one where he jams his thumb in the deli slicer or something like that.
Yeah.
What, for a reaction to make people laugh? Or...
He's just like ticked off, you know. He's like,
and when he just starts hurting himself?
You never watched it?
Yeah.
Don't watch that
You're not
shit.
missing anything.
Yeah.
Fucking. Like, I
It's
want to
like,
go watch some guy think about, like, do I want to go see some guy who fucking hates his life, pay $8 and go to the movies?
It was like a worse version of Requiem for a Dream.
Oh.
You know, it was like
Yeah, a little more
super sad
depressing.
all throughout. And
Yeah.
it was like
Yeah, but at least in that one you get to see Jennifer Connelly's ass.
yeah.
But
I never
oh,
watched
Marissa
it.
Tomei is
Never
naked in that,
mind,
right?
yeah.
Marissa Tomei's naked in The
I don't know
Wrestler.
him by name, but they go ass to ass, and it's two
Oh,
ladies
yeah.
all at once.
No, that's Jennifer Connelly in Requiem for a Dream. But then I remember that in The Wrestler, Marissa Tomei plays that whore and is naked. So I have seen that part.
Oh yeah.
Okay,
There's,
okay.
There's one lady he has a passionate affair with in a toilet. I
Yeah.
remember they just they just done some narcotics.
Can we cut this?
This
no,
isn't live, is it?
no,
No,
no.
no way.
That's how you get build up some interest.
Dr. Eggman?
Yeah.
All right, that's getting cut as well. 18 to 20 minutes. Okay, go ahead.
But yeah, we're Saquon is a hell of a man.
We love Saquon, folks. A great football player.
That's when some people watch this and they're liking the edits. They're like, we know when it cuts ahead, you're just shitting on people. And usually it's just nonsense. Usually it's me talking about the landlord.
Well, what else do you think we're cutting besides shitting on people? What else could we cut?
Racial
besides-
slur, but I say
You
racial
say
slurs.
racial slurs, yeah.
Sometimes I'll go on like a 30-minute racial
Yeah,
slur rant.
yeah. But no, it's obviously. But all comics talk shit on each other.
We
Everyone
weren't even
does.
really talking. Oh, we were talking about comics.
You were. Yes, you were 100%.
Yeah, oh yeah, I fucking talk about them. Just the women.
Well, you
it's
know,
it's
you know,
just the women. I just fucking hate watching some of these fucking women.
But the 2 episodes that got taken down
Not really. I like it.
from the Sick Ghouls were all because of me, because I said bad things about the Axine Vey.
The who now?
The Axine Vey. The COVID-19. The Miller Lite virus. Yeah.
He said there were iPod nanobots
was
in
too
the.
good for me. And
I speak Pig Latin. I'm a fluent Pig Latin
Oh
speaker.
my goodness.
But out of everything we said, that was probably the most tame, controversial thing we said, and it got
Pig
Do you do all the editing?
I do all the editing. I do the posting.
So it is just
I manage the
goes along.
accounts. Yep.
But I could do it too. It's just having.
You don't do it though.
You would you like
guys
having the
are-
control
You
over it?
guys are both good with the old computers, sir?
We went to school for it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, by
Yeah.
God.
I used to.
I
Do you-
work-
I would
enjoy
use
it?
Premiere though.
I enjoy it when I do it as a hobby like this. But I don't enjoy it when I did it as a career. I hated doing it as a career. It was such a pain in the ass.
Yeah,
I
it's
tried
not.
sharing my fucking location with Otis, and it was a goddamn nightmare.
You probably had the
I
most.
hated it.
You probably had the
That's the
same.
angriest I'd been in a while.
Yeah.
Trying to share my location with you.
Oh, I hate it. I used
It
to.
didn't go through, right?
No. I only learned what that was from my. I remember I had a girlfriend who was like, "You need to share your location," because I was like loaded. I was like 21. I was loaded. There was this night where this was before I knew Luke. I was down at Xfinity and I was just fucking. You know, when you're 21, and I was getting off the subway and like by our apartment. And this mixed race couple had to like carry me up like I blew out my knee. They had to carry me up the the rolling escalator. They're holding me. And then she saw me and she goes, "Oh dear." That was real fun.
That must have been a chore for her sometimes, dude.
Yeah.
The
well,
way you come back from comedy, dude.
Yeah.
Oh my god, especially those days. My god.
yeah, dude. I was going to comedy a lot then too. There was stuff in the city I'd go to and she'd see. There's some of the comics still tell the same jokes from like 2018.
Yeah, it's true.
And I
Isn't that startling? It's like,
Yeah.
How do you have fun saying the same? I'm not. Whatever.
I would say I was talking to Mac today, and I was saying about like how I was like last week we were shitting on comics, telling the same material. But I'm thinking like are you doing funniest?
Mm.
Yeah, I'm doing funniest too. It's like, well, I haven't really written that many new jokes since last year.
no one will remember it. Do your shit again.
Right. You're the only. Yeah.
Have I gone through my saga? Luke will get annoyed at the self-indulgence of complaining about this. The funniest for this
that
year.
mongoloid bit though, dude.
I know, yeah.
Do that
I
again.
got-
Yeah, do that. That's good.
I did it last funniest.
All right, then don't
Yeah,
do it.
you're,
Some of these, you're gonna tell me some of these fuckers aren't gonna go out there doing
Like-
the same shit again.
probably like 90% of the people who remember that are sitting right here, right now.
Yeah.
I know.
No one will remember that.
But I'm an artist. I gotta hone my craft. What were you gonna say about your?
No, I
comedy?
was
Which
gonna
is
rant
frustrating
about it.
about,
I'm
like, in a
not
room
doing
that-
it.
No, rant about it because I
That
actually have a story.
killed.
No,
That
no.
killed and no one remembers. Isn't that
Yeah,
annoying?
yeah. It's horrible. It Are you gonna talk about Mac trying to get to you to sign
Why
up
do you?
for
Why
it?
you do? You're gonna try to trigger Mac? You're
No,
gonna-
because I texted Mac was texting me today because hey, signed up for Funnies. I said no, and he was like, "What do you mean?"
Are you fucking with me?
No, I'm 100% serious.
I went through the same goddamn thing. He was like getting on me about doing it, and he signed me up. And I love Mac. I love you. You're one of my best friends in the world. He used the wrong email, and he has asked me what my email was, and I said it's otistimlin2@gmail.com because I'm locked out of otistimlin.com. And then he sent the wrong one, and now I have to. And I don't want to be in it.
Wait, you're not signed up?
No, I'm signed up. I have to email them, tell them, 1, you have my wrong email. 2, I don't want to be in it. Take me out.
I got a call.
But I was indecisive. In Mac's defense, Mac did what a good friend should do and pushed me to do it when I was indecisive. Because in a creative field, most times people are doing that when they're not sure of themselves. I was doing it because I don't want to have to drive in and park for fucking helium. If I go, everybody who goes to mine, I got triggered now because I'm worried I'm going to hurt Mac.
But the reason why I brought that up and wanted you to talk about it because Mac texted me, asked me if I signed up, and I said no, I didn't sign up.
Good.
You did.
And then I took a shower, and I came back. I had 8 texts from Mac. You guys signed up. What are you doing? You guys signed up. I said I signed up. You fucking spaz. I'm fucking with you. He goes,
Now I
you're a
don't feel-
dick.
now-
You're a dick.
Now I
You're
don't
a
feel
dick."
bad anymore because everybody who goes to mine, then I have to drive down there and sit and fucking watch theirs. I'd feel guilty about it. I end up going to all yours anyway, but I don't like being obligated. And there's a fucking fish tour all summer I want to follow around for a while. But now I've got a fucking email. Yeah, fuck you, Mac, you piece of shit, you black.
Michael Black. That's
But-
where we met you, though. We met you at Funniest.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Wait, I'm not done ranting about this.
Okay,
Fuck
go
this
ahead,
man. No, I am.
3 years ago. Was it 3 years ago we met
It's
you?
fucking 3. Yeah, it's gonna be 4. Wait, no, 3. It's gotta
Yeah,
be 3.
it's 22.
22. It's 22.
Yeah,
Yeah,
3 years
yeah.
ago. That's nuts.
Yeah.
That's nuts.
It
Yeah.
feels like I've known you way longer.
Oh my god, I'll tell you.
But you and Kim, you and Kim.
spent too many long nights in bars together.
Chuck, yeah. Why do you think I come out if not to see fucking you guys, man?
What's
You-
the worst part of comedy?
Comedy.
Were you and Campbell the same night? That night 3 years ago?
No, we've never been the same night.
I remember seeing you each on your own night because I said, "Oh God, there's." I said, "There's a second Gibson guy." I said, and then somebody said to me, I think Dunbar or somebody said, "Like, dude, how many fucking are there?" And I
Dude,
was
that was
laughing.
the
Fuck it,
only
I'm gonna do
time-
funniest. I'll do it, Mac, for you.
yeah,
I'll
dude.
do it
Why wouldn't you?
because I
What the-
fucking know. I like it's fun to torture Mac over. No, I'm not doing it.
Max should do it. He's the only person I know who shouldn't.
Yeah.
He's not funny. That's why.
I always feel my comedic ambition is so low. Like I don't really, you know.
Yeah.
You do more mics than anybody in the scene, though.
Yeah, but it's because I like going out.
You did 10 mics in a row, right? Is that
Or
what
I
you
was out
said?
at comedy like 10
out of
nights in a
comedy
row.
10 nights in a row. I can't remember. I don't think I've ever done that. Period. The
But
6
that's-
years I've been doing it.
That's different than it's not my job. That's what's fun about it. I
Oh,
don't
yeah,
have to. If I wanted to do it as a career, I would have to watch what I said at everything. I would have to be bullshit, like full of shit, pretending people are funny when they aren't. And it's like I'm not going through the stress of that. That's soul sucking just for such a small chance. I mean, I'll do it if it happens,
Right.
but I'm not.
Outside of that, you would have to be bugging everyone you know all the time.
Oh my!
to get
Some of the
any guest spot
some
or
of the people I know who get on even the tiny bar shows in this scene. It's like some of these people I've never seen get a fucking laugh.
So Saquon Barkley,
anything. He's pretty good at
hey, he's
football.
great, man. He's great.
Shotgun Barkley. Here he comes.
He says, "Can I DM you for a spot in your running back offense?"
That's how Linda McMahon got the Secretary of Education. Maybe she'll.
Saquon, folks. The worst job I ever worked was in probably retail. Retail is horrible.
Oh yeah.
And in food service, it's food services. I can never go back to working in food service ever again.
Why not?
It's just such a shitty environment. It's just like the hours fucking suck. You know, I'm always you're like sweating while you're working. You're working like it's too much.
Luke Kincaidstein over here.
I can't work at McDonald's anymore. I get too tired. I can't do it.
No, when Barkley came out of that, remember because it never touched the human hand. You remember the defenders, they never touched
He
the.
backwards hurtled over, man. Never touched a human skin, not once, folks. Unbelievable.
I was laughing about When he was in the McDonald's, right? I'm a little drunk too now. When he was in the McDonald's, and the guys are just standing there fucking looking at him. Like, imagine if you're the hard ass manager and you have to stand there and just entertain that.
It's like a liberal like woman who's like 40 who hates Trump, and she goes, "Wow, the great what great fries these are!" And he's holding up the entire line.
Yeah. That's like, did you ever see in the movie American Beauty with Kevin Spacey and Saquon Barkley when he's working in the, what do you call it? The McDonald's. He quits his job and he's working in the McDonald's, and she comes around with the fucking, the mistress, the man. I guess it's not a mistress, the mister.
Yeah.
And, he's like, "Smile, you're at Mr. Smiley's," and they're in the. Have you ever seen that, Kevin Spacey, American Beauty? All right.
What was the ending though? Wasn't he like
He gets shot by the gay guy's father, or the guy's father who's gay.
was he gay in the movie? I know he's gay.
Spacey?
In real life,
No, no. Which is really funny because he's lifting weights naked in the garage, and the guy's father, who thinks Kevin Spacey's fucking his son, comes over and kisses him, and Kevin Spacey, with the best acting job of the century, says, "I'm not that way," or "I'm not like that," or something.
He was phenomenal in House of Cards. He was great in House of Cards.
You know that Chappelle joke, right?
No.
It's about the one person who like came out and was like, Spacey was fucking me or whatever. He's like, "That's a burden he carried all those years. But if he could carry it 6 more months, I would have found out how House of Cards." Because
that was a great show. And as soon as they killed him off because of the child rape stuff, I guess the show went right downhill.
Particularly at first season, pushes that one fine lady in front of
the for the train. My grandma was watching the show, and she was like, "Why?" I was watching the show, but in season 2, he spit in the face of a statue of Jesus, and I go, "So you're fine with him throwing a woman in front of a train and ruining people's lives through politics, but the spitting on a statue—that's where you draw the line."
Plastic statue.
You got to watch the Desecrating Jesus. Okay, I'm one of his helpers. Similar to how the Santa Clauses are at the mall.
There's a movie?
No, I'm talking about Desecrating Jesus. He spit in the face of a Jesus statue. But you're talking like you don't go up and talk about the real Santa in front of a mall Santa, so don't be talking about Jesus like that in front of me. Yeah, that's the thing. I don't believe in God, but I believe in Jesus. The joke is that I'm Jesus.
I understand.
Documented historic figure, I'll tell you.
Yeah,
His white, I believe.
Yeah, I think so.
I hope so.
I got in trouble for asking that question when I was in grade school. I said, "I've never seen anyone from that part of the world be so light. Why is he light?
Yeah.
Is that like part of it?"
Yeah, but
I got yelled at.
Well, you were getting cheeky.
Yeah. I'm glad. No, they should do that. They should not. People would be, they'd have a lot less control over the world if they admitted Jesus wasn't white, because people would not be going to foreign lands and dying for brown Jesus.
They have a lot less followers if that happened too,
and a lot less money, and they'd probably have to pay taxes. They wouldn't,
yeah,
because they wouldn't be white, but they would. They'd have to, and
it's like you can't like nowadays. You can do that with like a movie. If like a main character's white, you can replace him with a black character.
Yeah, Snow Black.
You can't make Jesus black, even though he is black. You can't make him black.
No, that's
a bunch of money.
Well, how about that Snow White woman, who's the new one? What is that from? Is it a Snow White movie? I haven't even know that was out. I'm so out of touch with the world. I never watched TV. But how quick would she be on every fucking show in Philly?
She'd be featuring a helium.
Like a freak like that. She's not good looking.
I don't think she's horrible though. She's a 6, a 7.
A comedy 7.
Really? She's not that bad looking. I don't think. What do you think?
Wouldn't it be funny if they went back and made movies that had been with a black fella originally with a white fella? You know,
Shaft would be really good.
Django and Chain.
Django and Chain.
So why are they doing this?
About to say I could finally see Training Day.
I just watched Shaft yesterday. It was actually pretty good. I liked it a lot. And you spilled beer on yourself. What the hell's going on?
It was an accident.
You finally saw what the other
Shaft.
How'd you never see Shaft? The old one with Richard Roundtree?
No, the one with Samuel L. Jackson.
Heard of it.
I like that one too.
Shaft.
Shaft. Hold up.
SHAFT.
Like to be shafted. Shaft.
Like a penis, a shaft.
Ah, my goodness.
Shaft.
Dirty old noodle.
No, it's like it was like with Samuel L. Jackson. He's like a black cop who's just like goes around and he ain't take shit from nobody. That's just
I
like
have
it's
so many missing spots in my.
your movie thing.
Yeah.
So do I.
Uh,
Because I don't watch any like big name. Like I never watched like Glenn Ross. I never watched that.
That's pretty good. And the Samuel
What's that even about?
bullshit, legal bullshit.
Okay.
The what you call it? The Shaft with Samuel L. Jackson's really good. I like the original with Richard Roundtree from the 70s the best. There's a great line in the beginning of the first one where he's a detective and they're like, "Shaft, where you going?" "I'm going to get laid." "Where you going?" One of the best lines.
I'm more of a. I've watched a lot of TV. Like I
Yeah.
watched a bunch of HBO stuff. Are you a TV movie guy? Which one do you prefer?
I can like get into a show, but I don't know. I can't say I ever watched dedicatedly.
No,
I-
that's
I
how
like television in
I need to
general.
know about like 8 million people that shows go before I even watch it.
Yeah,
So I watch I watch Breaking Bad. I watch Game of Thrones. I watch
yeah.
some of Sopranos, and then like it kind of just teeter off.
You know what's ridiculous about it too is I've watched like Breaking Bad multiple times all the way through, and I've not watched like similar shows.
Have you watched
like,
Better Call Saul?
Yeah, yeah.
That's really good. I watched
Yeah,
that. Yeah.
I'm glad I stuck with that because I think they did it deliberately, but like the first almost whole season is like kind of hokey,
Mm-hmm.
and then it gets
Yeah,
more
it
and
gets
more,
really more serious.
It's cool
Yeah,
the
yeah.
way they do that.
Yes.
I was ready to give up on that. They start with those stupid fucking skaters.
Yeah. Oh
These
yeah,
guys
yeah,
suck. Like,
yeah,
these-
yeah, yeah.
I
Ever
gave
watch it?
up on Breaking Bad in the second season.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, it's phenomenal.
Yeah, what?
When would you stop?
Yeah,
It's
second
too
season.
depressing.
Keying up.
Too
It
depressing.
was when they were taking him. You remember when they're in like the cul-de-sac and they're like kidnapped or something? They get Walter and he's in the car or something,
I
or he's
remember
hiding in
when-
the car.
With the RV.
Wherever they're in the cul-de-sac.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I'm watching this and I'm like, why am I watching this just to get fucking depressed by it? This is
You get-
miserable. I don't
the-
give a shit about any of these guys. These fucking morons.
Wrestler.
The son's just in there to be a
Oh, it's
prop.
entertainment. You don't have to put yourself in there. You just watch it for fun.
All right, if I want to see
Yeah,
a bunch
or
of
you
drug addicts dying, I'll go outside.
Yeah, but you can watch it on TV. Why even go outside? It's more entertaining on TV.
Why
You
go?
got
Why
Bryan
go fly a
Cranston.
kite when you can
Go
just
pop a pill. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, yeah. He should be in a show. Michael Richards. He'd be a great like. They should put him as like he'd be great as like a Bryan Cranston Breaking Bad role.
Dude, you know someone's gonna do a great Michael Richards documentary.
It's
They-
gonna
they-
be when he's dead though. One day.
There's a great
get
Michael
no money
Richards
on-
song about him saying,
Oh,
"You know
you
what,
should
the
play
Laugh
that.
Factory."
Really?
Did you ever hear that song?
No.
The lyrics go, "I'm not a racist. That's what's so insane about this. Nigger, nigger."
Yeah, he's very enthusiastic.
You know how they say like, the crowd's always on your side. It's just the heckler. I think he might have tested the waters. a bit.
Yeah. I have a bit about that where I say it's not like it always bombs, but I love doing the bit. It's I always say, that's really offensive that Michael Richards said because it's not really a Michael Richards thing to do, because he played Kramer. It's not really a Kramer thing to say the N word at the Laugh Factory. It's more of a George thing to do at the Laugh Factory. Because if Jason Alexander did that, it'd be so much more funnier.
I agree. I
It'd be
agree.
hilarious.
I forgot. That's what you should say at funniest. You've said that on stage.
It's bombed everywhere. It's never did good. Besides Honeybrook, the one Honeybrook mic, the one time.
We're on the Honeybrook show, Luke Kincaid and I, with Michael Mack and Joe G, May 30th, right? May 30th?
May 30th.
May
yes.
30th, yes.
Do you have any shows to promote, Charlie?
Fuck 'em.
Probably
Go on.
We're not done yet. But
Continue your story.
Oh yeah.
Fuck you, Charlie. Go on.
No, I finished my story, but yeah.
Dude, that's what I love about that Mongoloid bit, though, is that you use the word retard in it, which is supposed to be, but you're doing it on like
Yeah.
the biggest stage in Philadelphia, which is the most PC shit, and it hits because it's.
Well, I'm
genuinely
worried
funny.
about this year because I'm thinking about doing my Indian bit this year, which is kind
He's
of
going to
like
skin Austin Whitehead.
no. I'm going to shit on the middle of the stage.
Oh, not Kincaid.
I'm gonna take back what I give. It's
Luke's Minarayan.
Look,
But I'm
if I
worried.
could give you my shit, I would.
I'm worried about that because like that Indian bit, it's like such like a. It's not like it's racist, but like it's not typically Indian racist. You know what I mean? Because you know the bit.
I think I know the one you mean.
Where I talk to the roommate and I say like, oh my, he says that Indians would be treated so much better if they had better accents. And I go, no, they wouldn't. And I start doing about like Indian people that shit on the street, but I do it in a British accent, like, oh, gosh, shit in the middle of your front yard, sir, like that.
Yeah.
But I'm worried about that because that's probably gonna bomb at Helium, right?
Well, anyways, I think the Mongoloid one and the great Steve Kane got his Rape Rock one to land. You guys were there, right?
I was not there. I don't think.
Were you there?
Yeah.
And murdered.
Sorry.
And he obviously he says to do the bit. He
Yeah.
has to say rape, which is supposed to be like the buzzword, and it's just a funny.
Well,
fucking
obviously,
thing.
at a
Say,
con-
I'm gonna start. I'm sorry. I'm gonna start a
It's
drop thing.
hilarious.
Every time someone says the word on it, I'm gonna have a reaction. All right, Charlie, say what does he talk
He
about?
talks about the rock,
No, but what kind of rock?
the Rape Rock. I couldn't
Every time
tell
I
which
hear
word
rape,
was
that's
the
what I'm
offensive one.
Oh, yeah.
But I mean, obviously, I should do that joke if I believe it's funny because it's a comedy club and they value funny over anything.
No, yeah.
You would think, and I believe that at Helium, but I'm second guessing myself.
Yeah. Well, that's if you're.
Why? You're
Fucking-
funnier than everybody else.
No, I'm second guessing the crowd reaction.
If you're second guessing as you're thinking of it, then you're gonna you don't deliver it as well.
Exactly.
If you're
Yeah.
not second,
You gotta-
I just gotta
guessing and
commit to
deliver
Now
the
you better
exact
do
same
it. Now
thing,
if I go there and you don't do it, I'm gonna be fucking mad.
Yeah, I'm going to do it now. 100%.
do it. Open with it.
I did
this is
it.
the guarantee, the Luke Kincaid guarantee.
I'm going to
right here on
guarantee the
camera.
Indian bit at Philly's Funniest.
Let's
Hopefully, I win this year.
go. I was laughing.
The one
at him.
time we went to the Grape Room, Mike, on a Friday in that weird upstairs place in Grape Room.
That
You
sucked.
remember that? It's one of the rare times I don't think I ate that day. I probably had like a little snack or something like that. But I had like 2 or 3 beers and I was hammered. And I saw Lutz and I was like, and Lutz set. And I meant this genuinely, but I was so drunk. I was like, dude, you're really improving on stage. Like you're like really, dude, you're gonna do great, man. You're like, but I was genuine, but I sounded so disingenuous when I was talking to him. And we're back from the sick ghouls. Yes. Hey, so Saquon Barkley did it reverse hurdle
He
week
did it.
13. That was amazing. That
By
was
the way,
great.
this is a great opening 5 minutes. I'll tell you this.
I wouldn't. Yeah, I.
I think this is probably the most beers I drank.
Luke, you
For
are
the
you
pod.
are plastered.
I had 5, I think, 5 or 4. I went for a walk, a little 5-mile walk.
No, keep drinking. That's what it's here for.
Do you do the same cycle?
What's that?
Do you do that regularly?
I'm starting to do it. I used to do. I lost a couple pounds over 2020, and then I gained it all back once I started working. Trying to work it back down. Trying to get more out there. I deleted all the dating apps. I want to try and meet a woman in person. I have the Don't Tell show, the 3rd. Maybe meet a young harlot there, maybe.
Yeah, I hear Steve Rinaldi's on that show, so you could probably suck him off.
I can get a nice smile and 7%.
Hey, Ma! Ma! Luke sucking my dick, Ma! You know that joke he does, Chuck? You ever seen Steve? I like Steve.
Yeah, it's been a while. But,
I-
did he just give you conniptions on a 5-mile walk?
No, not really. The day after, yeah.
Yeah.
Day after, I feel it, but no, when I'm doing the walk, I'm fine.
Do you have a good knee and a bad knee, or are they both?
Left knee's the bad one so far, but I think it's improved a lot.
Yeah.
I've had surgery. When did I had surgery? 2021.
Okay.
Yeah, so we're slowly but surely getting there.
Right on Manny Muscat's neck, you dropped it.
No, I did not do that. No. Friend of the show.
On neck. That's it. Have you ever heard my joke about my?
Miller Lite, sponsor of the show.
Yeah.
I haven't talked about this. I haven't done this on stage in years. Don't let me forget this. I forgot about this joke. I want to.
I'll write it down for you.
I want to have a nightclub in Minneapolis called the Neon Neck. You think that'd do well at Funniest?
Oh yeah.
I remember you doing that at Grape Room, and first it
That bit?
yeah,
Oh,
the
nice.
neon neck, and maybe it wasn't Grape Room, but I remember at first it just like flew over my head because I just heard it as neon, and
Yeah.
that is a good. That's a tasteful one.
Saquon Barkley again.
Yeah, you're gonna have to
Theme
just
of the
listen to this
episode.
whole episode through, and then
Yeah.
but it's worth it.
It
It's
is.
a good episode.
The whole episode will just be us saying Saquon Barkley.
Anything.
Yeah,
anything
it'd be like a fucking set and an open mic. Yeah, that's
Kirby
funny.
Puckett or something.
Kirby
Like, nothing to
Puckett,
do.
yeah.
Did you see those the Katy Perry and like those celebrities that went into space? You
Yeah,
see
those
about that?
cackling
Yeah, yeah.
hens. That bitch went nuts after Mayer was done with her.
Oh, Katie?
Yeah.
Yeah, 100%.
You fuck Mayer, you never get dick that good again, or so I've heard from Charles.
Do you know they sent that thing into space and then they came back and all the names were supposed to be famous and I didn't know any of them?
No, I only knew Perry.
I knew Katie. I knew the black woman Gail something.
Sayers.
Sayers, and then
That's a running back from the Bears.
I actually thought it was
in
her.
1960. But
She's just as attractive as he is. But yeah, it was just like, who cares? Who
Yeah.
cares?
Yeah, I don't. You know what I like in terms of celebrities now, and I mean, there's all. I don't know if your algorithms like this on Instagram, but all the algorithms now for me are them criticizing that Harvey Weinstein's not around to gatekeep who's pretty anymore.
I see that too.
Which it's true. I don't. I think the reason I'm not really as into movies and TV anymore is like the actresses are horrible looking.
When's the last time you guys saw a movie like
in theaters?
You get excited to see a.
Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, 2019.
Hell yeah, dude! I love every fucking scene of that movie. That's
Charlie,
yeah.
when I never have laughed like that before. I saw that with our friend Dan, whom you'd love, with the flamethrower. Oh my god!
Oh my god! That's delightful.
I was on the ground. I was laughing so fucking hard.
That was a great movie.
Can you hand me a tissue? My allergies
Because
are
before that, you get to watch him just
yeah.
mush that girl. That's good stuff.
I watched the most recent Batman. It was probably 3 years ago, in 2022 with Robert Pattinson. That was
I can't get into that.
that was a great. You don't need to get it. Like it's not like a.
Wait, that's not the Christian Bale one, right?
No, it's the one with
No.
Robert Pattinson as Batman.
Okay.
It's really good.
I watched the Christian Bale. I watched Dark Knight a week or so ago because it was just on Netflix or something.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I only watched it because I've seen it so many times. It's like I'm watching it actively thinking like I don't give a shit about Harvey Dent's burnt face. It is a good movie, but it's like
Yeah.
I'm just watching it because I've seen it.
I
So
watched the one with Bane.
Yeah.
With
Well, Charles,
yeah, that was
if an
that was
open
pretty
micer
good.
had a voice like that, he'd get booked on everything, and we'd have to fucking deal with him. Like there'd be like a guy who would do bland material in that voice, like a fake British voice.
I know I'm bad at movies. 'Cause when they start fighting, I just want to know who wins.
Yeah,
Like, if it
yeah.
matters later, you know.
Yeah.
When they keep doing the punch and then the punch.
But that was
back.
probably the last one, a good one I saw. I saw Once Upon a Time in Hollywood on Netflix. It was really good. Now it's just all superhero movies nowadays, though, with like the Marvel stuff, which is like it's okay. It's something to watch.
I can't watch that Marvel shit.
No?
No, I do like Batman the most of them all. I don't care about them like in earnest. But if I had to pick one, it'd be Batman because it's not.
Folks, I'll be right back. I have to use the bathroom. Please don't say anything, so I don't have to censor it.
It's not
I'm a
superpowers.
sucker for that fellow Quentin. Just in general, Quentin Tarantino.
Oh yeah. I wait. Let me rant on this. Well, actually, I forget what I was even gonna say. Oh, I was Marvel.
Yeah.
Marvel. It's too much. Like it just feels like the same movie over and over again.
I can't say. I mash them together too. Marvel
Yeah.
and what's the other one?
Well, DC, but I'm
DC.
saying like the Avengers ones. That's the same shit over and over again. At least what I was saying about Batman is at least it's fucking like it's just a rich guy living out his fucking vigilante fantasies. So it's like rich guys just do whatever the fuck they want. So it's plausible. But it's yeah, I just can't. You know, I mean, some of it you watch.
How does Superman construct his fortress of solitude?
I don't know,
You
dude.
know,
It's
because he's not rich, but that thing's fucking tripped out.
I guess he just steals. Seriously, he
Yeah,
must
he
just
must.
fucking steal.
Yeah.
Or he sends the Flash in. Like, could you imagine the Flash crossing the border? Trump wouldn't be able to get him. I was actually before the great Stephen Hawley roast that I went to last
yeah?
week. That which they killed. They
Yeah.
fucking destroyed. I know that's shocking, but we were in a Mexican restaurant beforehand, and
I still like it.
and I said, you know what? This water is it's kind of warm. You know what? I need to get some ice. Ice.
What did you get though to eat at a Mexican restaurant?
Wasn't that good? I got tacos.
Really?
I only got food because it looked weird that I was just getting a margarita and a beer.
Yeah, the peer pressure of going out to eat is what kills me a lot too.
Yeah, I hate that.
A lot of times I'll be stuffed and I'll still order food because I love to eat, but also it's the societal pressure of going out to a restaurant.
They want to see a black. They think a black man can't afford 2 meals.
Right.
Oh my god, I'm looking at the long list of edits that need to be made on Luke Kincaid's
1,
notes.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. This might be our most censored episode. We got
That's
10
crazy
censors so
because
far.
everyone here loves everyone. That's
We love everybody here. We're big fans of the scene.
Yeah, well, Luke, I don't think we've ever been as commercially viable. I mean, people want to wrap their arms around us now. I think I was.
I'm sorry. Go on.
No, you go on.
Well, that's I meant to say this earlier. That's what I like about both you two, and you know, I think that you do whatever have negative thoughts about certain people, but you don't later when you see those people pretend you don't. You know, it's that there are people who talk shit on other people, and then you see them later, and they're like, "Hey, buddy," you know.
Yeah.
All right.
Yep. Yep, I'm
You
not
guys
going
don't
to.
put on any.
No, I won't, I'm not a dick
you
to
don't,
people,
you
but
don't
it's like
pretend.
I'm not going to go up and tell somebody. That's why a lot of people like. I'm a little thrown off when there's somebody newer and they like know me and my personality, and when I'm like, "Oh, I thought you were funny," they question whether I'm being serious. But it's like, no, I have never told it's funny. You don't have to cut that.
Yeah,
Yes, I do.
Two of the most honest people I know.
Yeah,
It's,
yeah. Well, listen. Hey, that's just what it is. We have a culture of honesty. When I was first starting, when I was like 21, 22, which I had done comedy before that, but that was when I was first in the city.
Jesus.
The
really?
great. He came up to me and said, "You're fucking terrible. You should quit. You have no talent." To the point that it's just like, just go away. Like, but unprompted would come
Please
up and
leave
say
me
that to
be.
me. No, we'll cut that part.
Oh yeah, it's in the edits.
You didn't even make it yet.
57 minutes of a hole was going to be edited.
Oh, so when I've been
As a whole, yeah.
no, he just means the 57th minute, not that there's 57 yet to cut. There
thought
will
you meant
be.
There's a whole hour.
There's probably at least 30 minutes we had to cut from the show, I think.
I'm just getting started. I'm good to go a while if you are, Chuck. I know you worked. All right.
I got nothing to do. I'm imposing on your two's hospitality here.
Oh,
No,
of course,
Chuck,
of
you're
course.
welcome here anytime.
Oh.
I might, yeah, it's nice to not do comedy. It's nice to not be out. I was doing the Nagel podcast yesterday. John
Oh, yeah?
Nagel, I love that Nagel. He's a contractor.
Yeah.
You've met Nagel,
I probably did. I don't remember it.
bald
though.
guy with tattoos. You'd actually you'd enjoy the pod.
Oh, yeah?
We're
Yeah,
talking
I
about.
got to do it too. He's a good guy.
Oh yeah, I listened to yours in preparation. Yours and Joe.
I
And,
did not even listen to my own podcast.
No, I never do. I've
Yeah.
never listened to any of these ones back.
It's fucking annoying.
More than a
hearing
few
your
minutes.
Voice. Do you like how your voice sounds?
No, I can't stand it.
I like how mine is, but
Yours is nice and baritone.
oh come on now. Yeah, but I'll listen to it back to hear
But
hear
you
the
like the
audio
pod?
gold. This pod?
No, Nichols.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say I wouldn't listen to. I really couldn't. I wouldn't. It's not. I mean, I wouldn't listen to this format of pod. I can't listen to three guys sitting around talking. There's got to be sports.
This was Campbell and I's big idea for a podcast is just do like podcasts that are deliberately the clips. No, you like cut it up into the clips later.
Yeah.
And it's just like why not? But like then you got.
There's no show. There's just the clips.
Yeah.
Oh, I'd help with that if you ever wanted.
That's a
Yeah,
great
of course
idea.
we'd
I
love
like
both
that.
your
I
helps.
love that.
We'd
That's a
love
great
both-
idea.
Please, but we don't. We need to think of our clips.
Yeah, well, it's probably a lot
I mean,
easier.
I don't
have
even
the
mean
thought.
needing to be in it. I
No,
just.
we would love to have both of you. What the fuck? Yeah.
Yeah.
And in honor, if Steve won't be listening to this, but Steve K and I'm blowing my nose and putting the tissue back in the pocket with the clean tissues just for you. He did that Friday and got criticized by the owner of here, the manager of Helium for it. She was one of the
really?
judges. She was like, "Why did you put that tissue back in? Like in the, when the judges go back, it's like." But she was getting on him about it, so I did that for Steve. Some broad, I don't know her.
Keep that one.
I will.
No. Yeah.
No, yeah, but anyways, like we were talking about earlier, fucking Steve Kane's murder at that. You were there, right? The first round of last year's funniest.
Was
For
you wearing the
Steve?
Johnny Cash shirt, I think.
No, when he went out, he like threw a cigarette out in the crowd.
Oh, that was awesome.
That was. I don't think I've seen Helium have a stronger reaction, but that only gets you through one round. The
Yeah.
next round, his wife had left him.
Oh, yeah.
It's like-
Yeah, he was. I'll tell you what, man. He can just make a laugh out of fucking anything. He's a genius.
Yeah,
I
he
feel the
really
same
is.
way about you guys. I really
No,
do.
same to here.
Comedy,
Same to you.
and I feel
Yeah.
that way about myself immensely. But Steve can just make something funny that just not shouldn't be funny or isn't funny. Like, how would it be funny? And he'll make it funny. It's insane how he can do that.
He's-
Anything. Give him he's like you give the SpongeBob a paper clip and a piece of string. It's like he'd find a way. He'd make a swastika or something.
He's great with the improv and stuff. He's phenomenal. He's phenomenal.
His bit with Joe G. I can't. It was
The
down at bar
slapping?
13. I just
Oh.
remember the one line. It's like, "Don't take my word for it. Let's see what the good book has to say."
Oh, when
The way
Joe
he
had the
took it
gay
out,
mic,
it's so
yeah.
fucking funny.
Oh,
And
that
he's
Yeah.
ripping the pages out of the Bible and handing them.
Oh, my
That's
God.
that and Xander are the two best sets I've ever seen.
At anywhere. At anywhere, yeah.
Xander Hobson came up with Joe was there with his gay black boyfriend, and Xander goes, "Now listen, you know Xander, right? Older black guy,
yeah.
like 60-year-old black guy. Yeah. He goes, listen, I just want to say, if y'all two are my sons, I would be fucking disgusted with what y'all doing. Y'all are handsome boys, and you're out here doing this instead of being with fine young women. And oh my God.
I think he opened it. He was like, listen, I know I'm supposed to be doing comedy and stuff, but we got two faggots back there. We got two faggots back there fucking each other in the ass. It was like, it was
How
so,
can I possibly do comedy?
it was so brazen. It was hilarious. It was so fucking hilarious.
Why in the world can we not admit that that's funny? That is so fucking funny, because to project onto a 60-something-year-old black man to accept the, whatever of the moment, the prejudices of the moment and what's receded and what's gone up. It's like this guy has had to face a prejudice worse than what anybody has had to face. Imagine being a black guy born in what, the 50s?
Fighting
Late
for the
50s, early
military.
60s? Yeah,
He has a great bit about, he has a great like homosexual bit. It's not like anti, but it's very funny about him. He goes, man, I was with my buddy in the service when we were stationed in Alaska, and we had to piss. We had both our Johnsons out, and I saw Aurora Borealis, and it was just like, it was such like a Willie. It was such a way he Xander beautifully described two guys pissing in Alaska watching the Northern Lights. It was so, and I saw Aurora Borealis, and I thought, this is all right. And it's like,
if Campbell listens to this, Campbell, that's what Farmhouse is about, the song. The song about the Northern Lights. Yeah.
Simple scene painting can like
oh,
kill you.
it was so whimsical. It was amazing.
And can you imagine them there with their dicks out and Steve throws a cigarette at them?
There's a rape rock in this.
Yeah, the rape rock. Oh my God!
But
I
that
saw
isn't the real rape rock. Otherwise, my wife would be at home right now getting raped.
I saw him do that one on
Oh my
Saturday. He was
God.
on a show. We saw him and Sarah the Craig and Mike Beavers were all there. It was a great night. Sherritt's put on. We love Andrew Sherritt's, folks. He's black. He's trans.
It's a
He's a
great
Puerto
lineup.
Rican.
Phenomenal.
Oh yeah, I know. It's a shame. It's a shame it's over. Like, you know what I mean? It's a shame. I always say, Chuck, when we're done hanging out, can't we hang out 18, 19 more hours, please? Yeah. But the past is gone and we'll never get it back. But Steve was doing it. It was like at a theater place where it was like a house. It was like a living room setting. And he's just up there doing the rape rock by like a banister. It's just like for a fake staircase. And you walk in and it's like you're walking in the front door.
What I love about Steve is you can put him in like a bar show in like the middle of Pennsylvania or at Madison Square Garden. He's going to do the exact same set. And
Yeah.
and that's what's beautiful about it. It's amazing.
Absolutely. Oh yeah, when he's chastising the crowd, I love it.
Steve's bulging eyes are fucking hysterical.
It's because he's looking into your soul.
Yeah.
He sees all. He knows all.
What was his name on Arab Easter or Crucifixion?
He was Jerusalem District Attorney Schnoz Goldberg. That was his character name. That was a truly group effort coming up with that too, because I threw something out. I said, "What about like Ira Feinstein or something?"
Yeah, and then I got the laugh on it because you gave it to me to read, so I didn't work on it at all.
What,
I was
Schnoz Goldstein?
introducing them, yeah, as the.
Oh, who cares about that,
yeah,
dude? A
well,
laugh for you is a laugh for.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, with something like that, I'd give you a laugh. I'd give you a kidney. What do you care about a laugh? Yeah, you guys, everybody that did that is somebody I really love. Like that's the best shit. It's like when that's the other hand of not pretending to like people. It's like the people I do like, they all know it. And yeah, it was you, Koba, Manny, Tay, Fenris. Who was the last person on it that I'm forgetting that I love so much that I fucking forgot him? I think there were 6 of us. Me, Chuck, Tay.
Center G, right?
Joe wasn't there. He had like
It was Steve, Manny, and it was Manny, Ray, Tay, Steve, you, Chuck.
Yeah, that was the 6. Yeah, all of us and Fenris were
OT
putting
gave
it
you
on.
rad?
Oh, that was one of the best nights of my life.
PCOT, as they call him.
Yeah, the comedy stuff like that. We had a decent crowd there for that too, and it was it was a good time. It was like that's the type of
that was
stuff.
fun.
That's what sets us apart from some of the Tinder date bits, like the comics.
Holly Huff brought
Cupcakes for everybody. Yeah, Steve shoved one in his mouth during his set. Those were really good. And then people started like, I think like fucking Oki was
they
like,
must
"Can
be
I
good.
have one of those cupcakes?" I'm like, "Go for it, brother."
Yeah. Love Okie.
Oh, Mike Oki is awesome. Mike Oki's a great guy. I'm not spoiling a bit, but did you see the bit about going to the doctor that he does?
No, I haven't seen that.
Oh my God, it's funny. It's funny. It's good. I'll let him tell it. I'm not
Okay.
stealing Mike Oki's thunder. He's a fucking bad man.
No, any thoughts on the Pope, dude?
I hope they elect the black pope.
Fucking, of course you do.
He's the most right wing of the popes.
Wait,
Of course he is. He's black.
They got a short list.
Yeah, he's gonna be a fucking black pope.
Is that right?
Somebody posted the thing of Tony Soprano going up to the thing. Hey, Molignan. It's like, doesn't he say something like, I don't know what you're saying. He's like, I think you know exactly what I'm saying.
You know, charcoal briquette. He has like, and the kid, he goes, you know, a charcoal briquette. The kid's like, what? It's like, what does that even mean?
You know a Cardinal Burkett? That's his name, Cardinal Burkett. He's getting promoted to Pope. Luke, if we get a black Pope, you have to fucking dress up as him at the next G.
Oh my God, I have to. Yeah, I hope
Yeah.
he wins. He's not going to win though. Of course not. He's not going to win.
Of course, always trying to keep a black man down. Yeah, if there's a black Pope, that's you could be on the Jesus thing. The black.
That might
Pope.
be my two. I might get posters of Clarence Thomas and the Black Pope in my room.
Clarence Thomas. He a good bull.
He is a good bull. I mean, I hope I mean, Pope Francis was like a little too like progressive. Sandra Dawes talked to me about this.
Tugs down the hat.
Yeah. She goes, "What do you think of the Pope?" I'm like, "Oh, I hope the black one wins." But I like Francis was a little too like passive. But he did have the quote. There's like he said, "There's too much faggotry going on in the Catholic
He
Church."
said that?
Yeah,
Good.
he had apologized for it.
Didn't the one
If the Pope has to fucking doesn't he only answer to God? What is he apologizing for? Not saying I agree with it,
Yeah.
but shouldn't the Pope only answer to God? Isn't that his rule? He only answers to God?
Yeah, I don't. Listen,
or is that just calls him no one?
but
These
my,
popes, they're just in it because they have fucking hard-ons for
when
each
did
other.
when did you decide no God? Like around age 6, 7?
Catholic school, it got hard to believe.
that's when I stopped too. It was in Catholic
I
school.
went to Catholic school 1st to 4th grade, and by the end of it, I mean, they said
Dude,
pray
if
so
you,
the
if
school.
you get anything crammed down your throat as a kid, you're gonna not.
Exactly.
Well, and there's evidence. I mean, I had my life to look at as evidence for why there's no God, but there was also they said pray for the school to stay open. So I did, and it didn't stay open. But it's like, what lesson was that going to teach us? That God, like, it's a house of God. It should stay open if there's a God. Why wouldn't He step in?
That's hilarious.
Because it's corrupt. Because the archdiocese.
So you think God is corrupt?
No, I think the archdiocese of Catholic schooling is very corrupt.
So why couldn't there have been like a package of? Why couldn't they find $500,000 outside the school one day in an Easter basket?
Why couldn't they?
God could have made that happen.
God was. That's why I got out of it because Catholic school was horrible. I don't like.
No, not
Catholic
your school.
schools.
My school. I'm saying it was at running out of money. They had to close.
When did your school close? What year? Was it the same time as mine? Mine was like around 2009, 2011.
That's when a lot of them closed.
Yeah, that's when mine closed.
Right.
But I hated Catholic school. I hated the school I was at. I couldn't stand it.
Right. But I'm saying, wouldn't it be in God's best interest to keep the place open?
Maybe, but
And what about Muslim God? What does he do? Are the Muslims all wrong and they're going to go to hell?
Well, you're Muslim guy. Why don't you explain? You're Arab.
Well, they are wrong and they are going to go there, but there's no hell. That's what I'm saying. They're going to go in the ground.
I can't. I got back into it recently, about probably 4 years ago. I got back into Christianity, and it's just like because I really can't. I just can't picture what happens when you die.
Nothing.
To me, that doesn't make any sense to me.
That's just the fear of death and rationalization. But everybody's scared of death because no one's around to tell you what it's like.
But I'm not scared of myself dying at all.
Right. So you want there to be that makes me even more sense. You don't want like the people you love most. You don't want me to die and just there'll be nothing of me. It's like I was never here. But that's like the way it is. Like you see it with.
Well, I think it's worse in my case, I believe, because you're not, brother. You ain't going to heaven, my friend.
There is nothing after. There is no collection of souls. It's nothing.
What about the Undertaker's streak? And he
Well, guess
collects-
what?
he
Guess
takes
what?
souls.
You look around this world, okay? Black Lives Matter stealing all the money. Like these rich people that ran Black Lives Matter, they're the Brock Lesnar of God because they killed him.
You're atheist, correct? I'm assuming.
He's probably
vaguely-
agnostic.
I don't really know what I am.
I don't. Yeah.
I believe in treating people okay and hoping for the
Right.
best.
Right. Mm.
I believe in putting my worst foot forward.
You know,
I,
you know what I believe is I'm wrong always. You know,
That's a great-
I'm
that's a
wrong
great-
all the
Except about the
time.
gays. Yeah. What I say about them goes. Joji told me I could say that.
I don't know what's gonna happen. To me, the creation of the world. I think you could. I can agree that a God creating the world makes little sense. I can agree with that. But I think
I
also
just
like
made a face while I was like spacing it.
I think the Big Bang Theory makes as about as much sense as the God
I
as a
doubt
God.
that. I just think, I don't know. I don't care about that far back. Who cares? I do
That's
think that
fair.
fucking shit crawled out of the ocean one day, but you know, and then now here we are.
That doesn't make any sense to me either.
Evolution? Well, evolution's
No,
a mystery.
Not evolution, but like the Big Bang Theory, like a tadpole split, and now we have all this shit.
Yeah, that's true. Listen,
I think either there is a God or there isn't a God or there's something I don't understand.
yeah,
And
As long as God's not a woman, I'd be fine with it. As long as she's
yeah. Thank goodness. I
that owns cats and everything. Jesus
well,
Christ.
I think if there is a God, I'll tell you, he's got a lot of explaining to do for some of the suffering that happens.
Jesus, you got some splaining to do.
Yeah. And you look at it like this, it's like if a God could allow this kind of stuff to happen, then what do I want to fucking, outside of fear, what do I want to please him for anyway?
Do you think if you were a God, you'd be like, all right, let me make a universe and it's perfect?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, think about if you're an athlete. Wouldn't you like to win every year?
that's true.
Don't you want to have a great set every time you went up?
I guess.
Yeah.
You think you
I
do?
mean, I don't even really, but like I still do, you know?
Yeah, I don't know.
In the moment, all right. This is like going deep into Timlin lore. In the moment, I prefer when everyone on stage is outraged, but I like doing well so I can say what I want to people after, because people they have to put up with you after. So there'll be times where I'll be like, I don't know. It sounds like there'll be times where I just know I'm just going up and doing whatever the fuck I want. But it sounds, when you're saying that, it sounds like you're just like, I don't know, being a
That's what
fuck.
you should do in comedy. Do whatever you want. It's just
I look at that as my fucking sandbox going up. If people paid to come to something, I'll give them a show. But like at a mic, sometimes like it's weird when the first 4 or 5 times I meet somebody, I just go up there like with no plan and like on purpose, because then they'll think you're just, but then they'll see you do great and they'll be like, what the hell?
Yeah.
And but I just like, I like the mics and stuff. Once you've been around them so much, you know you're not getting anything out of going to them. It's like anybody who, once the people know you, if they want to book you, they're gonna book you. And the mics, I'm just going up and I'm saying whatever the fuck I want, because if like no one's getting any reaction, people are just doing their fucking tight fives for the same people that have fucking heard them over and over again, and then they get discouraged off their own jokes because it's a tepid reaction. They think maybe these jokes aren't good.
That's how I enjoy. I'd rather have a show than I'd rather go to perform at a show than perform at a mic. But I feel I enjoy performing at a mic more than I do a show, because I feel like I have more control. Like I feel less pressure at a mic. I feel more like I can be more myself at a mic. You know?
Yeah. Yeah. You do feel like he was saying, like, if people paid, even if it's like $5 to be there, it's like, all right, well, I got to do real jokes or whatever.
Yeah. I have to try and have a great set. I have to make sure everyone's laughing.
Yeah.
But then again, if you get into a set at a show and you do like 5 minutes and it's not going well, then you kind of unlock. Okay, I'm bombing. I can have fun whatever I want to do. Yeah.
You know what I decided? I don't know, like a month or 2 ago. And it's easier for me because all I do is one-liners. Is like, I'm going to do at least 2 or 3 brand new, like, never said before jokes every show, even if it's a bigger one, like, because it takes 10 seconds. And then I can go back to ones that I.
That's a great rule of thumb. Yeah, I kind of get too like kind of constructed. I'm like, what am I going to say? I should start doing that. Yeah.
You know, you have more fun if you. Yeah. It's so fun. It's soul sapping doing the same joke and. You fucking forget why it's funny.
Exactly.
It's like this. I don't know.
I hate seeing bad comedy so much.
You know what's crazy too is even if a joke goes well, like as soon as you say it once, or even when you say it the first time, like when you say it the first time, I guess it's still fun. But after you say it more than once, it is so fucking difficult to think that it's funny again.
Yeah.
Like, like I thought of it, so it's how funny could it be?
Or when you do a joke that kills one mic, and then you go to another mic and it bombs, like, and then you second guess everything, and then you retell it the third time. It's like, oh, I don't know if it's gonna be good or not. It's a pain in the ass.
That's another thing I think I must that I was thinking is like, if you think that you're funny, I probably don't think you're funny. You know, most people that I like have a healthy sort of like they, you know, they know what they're doing on stage. They're not scared shitless or anything. But
right.
They don't go tell a joke and then they're like smug. Right?
Oh, then Chuck, you must hate me. You must think I'm a bastard.
Do you think you're smug on stage?
No.
No way, man.
How do I come off?
You come off as like it's just like a free radical.
Chuck, would you believe this? I think that might be outside of like my first 6 months in comedy, the first time I've ever asked anyone what they thought of my act
yeah?
because I really don't give a fucking goddamn. I don't care at all. I got my phone when I went to the bathroom because I wanted to show you guys something. We were talking about
Saquon
lineup.
Barkley.
You know, we were talking about lineups, and well, this is going to make great podcast, great audio, but we'll do it quickly. For whether or not I prefer being at mics or shows, and I turned down like not a lot, like a big deal, but if you turn down one show, it gets around that you turn somebody down. But I still turn down shows if I don't like people who are on. Like if I'm not, I need to have one person that I can tolerate on a fucking show. I'm gonna pass this lineup around to you that's on my phone. You're gonna look at it real quick. Tell me if you would show up to a show like that.
Oh my God,
I'm showing them a flyer.
People.
Yeah, I'm showing them a flyer of a show
Yep.
I was booked on with like 10 people, and I sat at this and I thought, I'm going to need at least one core guy at a fucking bar show if I'm getting paid $20, $30 for me to ever go again.
Yeah. You don't like pound cake?
now you made another edit for yourself.
I know,
buddy.
that's my fault. I keep
actually
grabbing your
find
phone,
Pound
Troy.
Cake great. I forgot
dude,
you.
grab away.
I forgot Pound Cake was on that show. I love Pound Cake.
The river.
And I like her
these are
sister Angel Food.
People have called recently. Holy hell, it's still 72 degrees out. How about that?
We love the nice weather.
USA.
Yeah, well, we've been getting killed with allergies. Do you get allergies at all,
Oh
Charles?
my God, it's
Uh-oh.
brutal.
Old Camperoo is on helium.
Oh, look at
Made
Camperoo.
it to the all open mic.
Look what he put on the story.
Jay Yoder came. Do you see camera?
Former guest on the show, guys. I saw Campbell Gibson, guys. Hey, whoa, hey, I'm Campbell.
Do you guys go to helium often?
I've signed up, man. I've signed up probably, I don't know, 5-6 times. I've done the email about as many times. I've never gotten on there open mic.
I got on once. I emailed.
How
him.
hard is it to get on? I've never tried.
I was awake at 3:40 in the
Good
morning.
on you, man. We've had the same success rate.
People hate when I say. I have to be skeptical of who I say that around because people think that that devalues me in their eyes, Chuck. People hate when I say I'm not living and dying on every set.
The one time I got on, I was up at 3:40 in the morning. I was like, oh, wait, today's Sunday. I can sign up for helium. Why not?
Is that when the sign-ups are?
Sundays.
And is the mic every week?
No, it's like every 2 weeks. It depends. It really depends on.
So if I sign up on it, how many times do you have to sign up and not get on before you get on?
I signed up once before I didn't get on, and I signed up the next time. Probably one of the first signups on there, and I got on.
Are there layers to it where you sign up? You have to sign up once, and then, is there layers to when you get? Is it like you said you got on but you didn't get on?
No, I've never gotten on.
If they tell you you're on, is there a chance you could go there and not get on?
No.
All right, that's how Punchline was or is, right?
Yes.
Yeah, I'll never go there. Never.
Yes.
If I drive there and park and I don't go on, I'm never going there again. So I'm not
Which I don't
That's
blame
mean.
Yeah, it's just it's
Be like,
it's
yeah,
not
you're on.
that's not realistic. I don't care. What if I get put on a Punchline show? That's gonna fucking make my career. That's the thing. Nobody in this fucking city is making a living just off this shit. All these people have jobs, and it's like, then why am I gonna suck off to be in the same position I'm in now? Because none of these people are making you can make a couple $100 getting put on a show, but it's like
That's one bill.
yeah. If you're doing 5, how many of these people are doing 5 $200 shows a week? None of them. Because there's just not enough of a market for it here.
It's such a huge perk when you show up to. It's only
Like
happened,
Yoder is, but not you have to. But no, Yoder goes out nationally. It's not fucking.
2 or 3 times I've been on a show where you can also get a meal. It's like hell yeah. It's such a great perk.
Or free beer. Free beer is
Yeah.
good.
Yeah, we did the high-minded last week, and not to suck myself off, but it was incredible. Like we made enough that we were able to pay. We had 100 tickets. We were able to pay the guest spot people even, because I'm big on spreading it around. I don't want to pay. Everybody did well and had to do 12 minutes, so I didn't.
Damn.
We gave them a decent payday at least for what we had, and but I got the pay, and I'm like, oh good, almost exactly my car payment. I'm like, fuck. And yeah, it paid for my car payment for a month.
It is pretty cool, because if I told myself at 14 or something, hey, you get paid $100 sometimes doing comedy, oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
It is, yeah.
Yeah, it's
Perspective.
Yeah,
thing.
perspective. Yeah, I actually. Just
That's
thought
me.
about
I'm
that.
rich. I'm at the top of the pyramid.
Dude, fucking Campbell and I went almost a whole fucking year in comedy before we were on any shows at all. And I remember that whole year being
Oh yeah, me too.
literally zero, never.
Me too.
I didn't have a
Fenris
guest
gave me a
spot.
chance.
'Cause
Well, no, I
we
was on some
refused-
before
we
that, but
refused to ask.
yeah.
We're
That's how I am too.
I'm still like
still
that.
never
I have
asked for
never
anything,
once
yeah.
asked to get on a show.
Yeah,
I've asked
dude,
and I didn't
fucking gold member, dude.
I've asked, and I was like, hey, but I don't. I'm not like.
Well, that's not true. I asked Fenris if I could host, but that's like a business pitch. That's different
Uh.
than like saying I have this idea for a Jesus thing is different than
Yeah.
But I try to make it as vague
I'm
and
eating a
like
chip.
not asking as possible. Where I'm like, hey, I see you have this show. You know, I'd love to help out any way I can. You know,
Yeah.
nudge, and they go, oh yeah. Never get message back.
There's the
They haven't,
thing,
like,
you
once
wanna
or
keep
twice.
yourself in people's minds.
After the second time, I'm like, I remember asking for a spot again because it's like the most recent one. I'm on. Alex Palumbo runs Mont Comedy, May
Dude,
13th.
that's a fucking. Have you done it before?
I'm doing it the first time because I saw him and I asked. I was like, I want to get on Mont Comedy, but I saw him. I was like, hey, how's Mont Comedy going? He goes, it's good. Do you want a spot? I'm like, yeah, I want a
Dude,
spot.
It's low ceilings, small room. They pack it. It's
Oh, we
perfect
did
for
that
anybody.
that Leonardo's place, right? Were you on there or was Campbell
Yeah,
on it?
yeah. No, Campbell was on one. I was on the other.
Yeah.
I can't remember.
That was
if
a
we were
fun
the same.
time.
Yeah.
That was a good show too. Doss runs that.
Yeah, Doss put me on the one. I think I was on the same place. The one I had a great set at that. I was on it with a bunch of like that was well no it was like me, Staub. It was like a bunch of people that I had known for a long time. Not necessarily the people I was closest with, but it's like
Right.
there's a level to it where it's like at least if you're not giving me that was one of them where I liked Doss enough, but he was working when he did it. But it was like Staub, Jake, Murphy, like guys I've known for a long time.
Right.
So I can handle that even if I'm not. I sounded like a snob before, which
No,
I
no.
wanted to, but I'll only do it if my friend. I did, yeah. But that was a good room. Dawes is a good man. We gotta get Dawes in here.
Oh yeah, I'd love to have him on. Him and Noah Burr. Great.
The,
Yeah.
The show
And Stu Pack, we gotta get Stu Pack in here.
The show he had me on. Somebody like bailed
What? You're
on
not a
it, so
Stu
his-
Pack guy?
No, I like Stu Pack.
You don't like him?
I
Look
was-
at you.
no,
You didn't
I-
agree.
I wasn't
You
listening.
didn't. Justin
Wait,
Stu Pack.
I like you, Justin Stu Pack. I apologize.
It's coming on the show. I'll get him in here, buddy.
I was just saying, this Mike had to run the bar and do.
Yeah,
the
that's what it
show.
was
Yeah,
about.
that's what he did when that mine show. Yeah.
Busy
That's what
man.
I was getting at. Wait, no, Tay or somebody was on it with me. Tay or Combs was on it with me, so I should have.
Okay.
That's why, yeah. But what did I fucking bring that up for? There was something that connected all of it. Oh, that's what I was getting at. That's the best you can hope for. Your friend runs the show, you have another friend on the show, and everyone else on the show you've known for years.
Yeah.
And there's no women.
Yeah.
And that's exactly what that show was.
I was on a show one time, just a comedy show, and
Oh.
they would do this thing where
Fantastic.
where they would have the comics banter back and forth, like the first comic would go up and then the second comic would banter.
Oh, yeah, I didn't like
And
that.
they come out. Well, then it was Josh Fryan and then Dunbar went up and tried to banter with Josh Fryan. It was literally getting nothing. And then both those guys are funny guys. Besides, Dunbar's not funny, but Josh Fryan's funny.
Yeah, when he handed you those black Band-Aids at High Note, it was pretty funny.
It was funny, but then it was like they didn't really have any chemistry. But then Dunbar did a set; he had a good set, and then Emily Epstein White came up, and her and Dunbar destroyed. They were so funny together.
Oh, Emily Epstein.
Emily
White's
Epstein's
great.
right's great.
That's
She,
a funny coupling.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
oh yeah.
She was on one of the High Mindeds. We drove out there together. We had a great time, and she got high and had to leave with her. She invited her parents, and they had to drive her home. And Albert Davis had a great line. We were in the car. It was me, Albert Davis, and Emily. And she was talking about how she played badminton with Kobe in high school. They went to high school together, and Albert was like, "You fucked her, Emily, didn't you? Or you fucked him, Emily, didn't you? You fucked him." I don't think she fucked him. But Albert, immediately, that's where he went. Look, what are we at time-wise?
I think we even have to cover up the edits. We have 127.03.
All right. Let's talk about one more thing. What should we talk about?
Well, the election is near upon us.
Yeah, but Barkley hurdled that guy backwards.
Yeah.
Give it up for the great Charlie Gibson, folks. He hosts.
Anything to plug?
I love these fucking guys.
Yeah, thank
Oh.
you.
I
We love you
fucking
too,
both.
Chuckles.
Yeah.
I love you too,
Yeah,
brother.
thank you so much for having me.
Oh,
No
yeah.
problem. You're welcome
Any
anytime.
show, because you see the brownies.
Brownies every
Yeah.
Tuesday night. Come out Friday at Westchester. You got the Fenris show. La Cava. Who's on it? Just Todd's on it. That's a great time.
Love
Andrew
Just
Fenn.
Todd.
Yeah.
Then we've got Saturday. Lukey's on Don't Tell. Shh.
Don't
Right? That'll be
tell.
Sickle Saturday. When this comes out, you can
Yes.
go watch him that night.
Yes.
I might stop through that one, Luke, and
Don't-
take a look at you. I like the
don't-
lineup.
Don't Tell Comedy.
Ooh.
Skip back Mont Comedy. Then we have Port Carbon May 9th. Mont Comedy's the 13th. Then we have
Honeybrook.
the
Oh, me,
30th.
Luke, Joe, and Michael Mack on Honeybrook. That's going to be a great show.
Thank you for watching. Take care.
God